We are now live, everyone.
Okay, great. Thank you. So good evening and welcome to our special board meeting. I'm Bill Bowie, and I call this special January 19th, 2021 Park Authority meeting to order. To conduct this meeting wholly electronically and to effectuate both the emergency procedures authorized by FOIA and the emergency ordinance, the Park Authority Board needs to make certain findings and determinations for the record, as we did at our first electronic meeting. During our meeting, if you wish to be recognized, please raise your hand. And when I recognize you, please state your name. This will ensure that you are recognized and the public knows who is speaking. If you intend to vote nay or abstain, but we won't be voting on any items tonight, we'll need to do a roll call. Because of each member of this board is participating in this meeting from a separate location, we must verify that a quorum of members is participating and that each member's voice is clear, audible, and at an appropriate volume for all of the other members to hear. Accordingly, I am going to conduct a roll call and ask each board member participating in this meeting to state your name and the location from which you are participating. I ask that each of you pay close attention to ensure that you can hear each other of your colleagues. Following the roll call, we will vote to establish that every member can hear every other member's voice. And we'll start by going alphabetically. Dr. Adu.
Abnaidu joining from my residence in Lee District.
Dr. Carter.
Cynthia Jacobs Carter. I am participating from my home in Lee District.
Maggie Godbold.
Maggie Godbold, participating from my home in the Sully District.
Linwood Gorham.
Linwood Gorham, participating from my home in the Mountain District.
Tim Hackman.
Tim Hackman, participating from my residence in the Drainsville District.
Ron Kendall.
Ron Kendall, participating from my home in the Mason District.
Faisal Khan.
Faisal Khan, Providence District.
Ken Quincy. Ken Quincy. Ken Quincy.
Ken Quincy, participating from my home in the Providence District.
All right, great. Thank you. Kyle Stone is absent for the time being. Michael Thompson.
Mike Thompson for my residence in the Springfield District.
Jim Zook.
Jim Zook from my residence in the Springfield District.
And I'm Bill Bowie, and I'm at my residence in the Hunter Mill District. At this point, I will pass the virtual gavel to Vice Chairman Quincy so that I may be heard to make the requisite motion. I move that each member's voice may be adequately heard by each other member of this board.
Ken Quincy, you have heard the motion. Is there a second?
Mike Thompson, I second the motion.
Ken Quincy, it has been moved and seconded. Is there discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. The motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Quincy. This is Bill Bowie. Second, having established that each member's voice may be heard by each other member, we must next establish the nature of the emergency that compels these emergency procedures, the fact that we are meeting electronically, what type of electronic communication is being used, and how we have arranged for public access to this meeting. Therefore, I move that the state of emergency caused by the COVID-19 pandemic makes it unsafe for this board to physically assemble and unsafe for the public to physically attend any such meeting. And that as such, FOIA's usual procedures, which require the physical assembly of this board and the physical presence of the public, cannot be implemented safely or practically. I further move that this board may conduct this meeting electronically through a dedicated video conference service line. It is so moved.
Ken Quincy, you have heard the motion. Is there a second?
Tim Hackman, I second the motion.
Ken Quincy, is there discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Mr. Chairman, the motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Quincy. This is Bill Bowie. Finally, it is next required that all matters addressed on today's agenda must address the state of emergency itself or are statutorily required or necessary to continue operations and the discharge of this board's lawful purpose, duties, and responsibilities. It is so moved.
Ken Quincy, you have heard the motion. Is there a second? Ken Quincy, is there discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Mr. Chairman, that motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Quincy. Now we have all the preliminary matters out of the way. So we will now go into closed session.
All right, everyone, please hold tight.
This is Mike Thompson. I move the Park Authority Board recess and convene in closed session for discussion and consideration of matters enumerated in Virginia Code 2.2-3711 and listed in the agenda for the meeting as follows. The discussion of personnel matter pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3711A1.
Ken Quincy, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion carries. We are now in closed session for approximately 1 hour.
We're live again, everyone.
This is Mike Thompson. I move the Park Authority Board return to open session.
Ken Quincy, I second the motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion carries.
This is Mike Thompson. I move the Park Authority Board certify to the best of each member's knowledge only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under Virginia Code 2.2-3712 and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the board.
Ken Quincy, I second the motion.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Relax out there. Be safe. And we'll see you next week. We are adjourned.
Keep Karen.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank you, Karen.
Aye.
Good job. Great start.